History isn't just a list of names and dates. It is the study of how a small fractured peninsula on the edge of Asia became the most influential geopolitical force in the world. The story of Europe is one of constant reinvention, a cycle of catastrophic collapses, followed by radical technological and social rebirths. From the first hunter-gatherers to the digital interconnectedness of the European Union, Europe's journey is a blueprint for how diverse cultures can clash, merge, and eventually cooperate. The foundation, Antiquity's blueprint. Europe's operating system was coded in the Mediterranean. Around the 8th century B.C.E., Greek city-states moved beyond myth to embrace democracy and logic, creating a cultural fire that the Roman Empire eventually turned into an industrial-scale reality. The Romans didn't just conquer, they standardized. They laid down the roads, the laws, and the Latin roots that still form the backbone of modern Western government and language. The Great Fragmentation, the Middle Ages. When the Western Roman Empire collapsed in 476 AD, the lights went out on centralized power, but a new, decentralized world was born. This was the era of feudalism, where power was local and land was everything. It was a period of intense religious fervor, marked by the Crusades, but also of dark resilience. Europe survived the Black Death, a plague that wiped out a third of the population, effectively forcing the end of serfdom as labor became scarce and more valuable. The global pivot, the Renaissance to the modern era. The Renaissance was Europe's great reboot. By rediscovering Greek and Roman knowledge and pairing it with the scientific revolution, Europe transitioned into an era of absolutism and imperialism. Powerful monarchs like Louis XIV and Elizabeth I funded voyages that discovered and colonized new continents, shifting the world's economic center from the Silk Road to the Atlantic Ocean. The 20th century crucible. The 1900s were Europe's most violent and transformative years. The continent was nearly destroyed by 2 world wars, which ended the era of global empires and birthed the Cold War division between East and West. Yet, from the ashes of the Iron Curtain, Europe performed its greatest feat of all, the creation of the European Union. Today, 27 nations that once spent centuries trying to annihilate